Hello, welcome to Legal Vlogs with CP, and today we're going to talk about artificial intelligence in health law. So, we all know that AI is something new and something that is still upcoming, and we have new trends and new things that have been coming up, like Open AI and many others. But currently, when you're focusing on health, we're going to focus on 5 inventions that have been put in place. First, we have the AI powered bionic arm, which is often used when people have like amputations and many other issues. And we have the AI algorithm that has been used to adapt and diagnose diseases from medical imaging like X-rays and MRIs. We have the AI that is accelerating also in terms of drug discovery and development. We have AI integrated robotic surgeries, the robots that are trying to help in surgeries. We have also that when situations when AI has been used to improve overall patient experience, say for example, visual health assistants, automated appointments and schedulings and personal interactions where you can just talk to your doctor online and that's it. So these are current discoveries that have been handled by AI to help in improve health issues or else health issues in the world. Focus on the legal framework. Starting first in Europe, there have been leading and establishing comprehensive legal frameworks for AI. And last October, there was the European Union Artificial Intelligence Act that was entered into force in August 2024, which was setting rules and development on marketing and use of AI in European Union. Going direct to Africa, there is no country that really has put in place a legal framework on addressing AI issues. When you also go to America, there is no unified federal law handling governing issues of AI in healthcare, but there are, of course, regulations that are handling agencies such as the FDA and the AI and AML based software and medical devices, which are really developing guidance on it. Going down to countries like Australia, it has not developed any specific legislations on AI in healthcare. Going to Asia, in Asia, I think China, Japan, and Singapore are really trying to introduce several guidelines on regulations of AI. I think in China, there is the guiding principles of the next generations and artificial intelligence governance. In Japan, also, there is AI utilization guidelines and rules to handle on how healthcare is applied. In Singapore, it has implemented a model AI governance framework in issues of healthcare. And of course, Europe is the leading one. It has taken a lead in comprehensive putting an act together in it. So basically, what are some of the concerns that are raised in issues of AI and AI implementations? Let's get into it. So starting up with the concerns, one of the concern is really if you have a bionic arm, what are the circumstances or chances that a third party may try and control your bionic arm powered by AI? So theoretically, yeah, there are chances because you're using most of these bionic arm use wireless communications such as Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, and such external devices or systems that are put into your arm can have high chances that a third party could potentially gain access or unauthorized access to your information. Basic as that. Most of these AI software have vulnerable AI systems controlling bionic arm could have vulnerabilities that could have exploited by a malicious actor. If a software is weak, then a third party could potentially manipulate its functions and issues like that. Again, the same bionic arm is used by interfaces with external devices. They're used can be controlled via the brain. There's the brain machine interface, the BMIs, and other wearable technologies. So this may be really vulnerable for interface for someone to control you or hack you or control what's happening in your mind, because there's this bionic arm that controls you that controls your action, and which is directly connected to your brain through the BMIs. Also, the issues of ethical and legal considerations. In practice, manufacturers and development try and probably putting and manufacture that bionic arm. There are precautions on how to protect against unauthorized access to these devices. Are they really put in place? Do they really respect it? So small issues as that really come up, and that's why we need a legal framework to handle these things. As much as they are good developments to health, they really have to be governed so that the one who is using the bionic arm is respected, her privacy respected, her vulnerabilities is also respected. So, going to drug and drug discovery, AI has really accelerated drug discovery processes by identifying some novel drugs, designing drugs with favorable properties, predicting drug interactions, generating high synthetic drugs for drug development and diagnosis, and many others. Issues when you come to robotic surgeries, AI-powered robotic systems provide surgeons with unprecedented precisions on complex resulting to minimal lesions, quicker recovery times, less postoperative pains, reducing risk of infection, and some clinical decision support software. So all these are AI-based discoveries, and might really raise concern on other issues, on synthetic diseases. Do you think that this AI can try and come up with a new disease? It is not really clear when you use probably most of this AI. Do you think there can be a synthetic disease in the future? Wouldn't know, or is just theoretical? Um, would there be issues of invasive syndromes, or going to issues of AI in medical imaging such as CT scan, MRI, and X-rays? There are really concerns on how things are handling by AI in healthcare. There are issues of data breaches and security. Most of these things are really highly confidential. And what are the chances that someone who is in charge of that AI system is in control of, or probably has access to those confidential informations or confidential medical records of those patients? But there are also issues of bias and fairness. AI is as good as the data that are put in it, and in case those data and algorithms are not diverse enough, they don't have demographics of people, differences of races, differences of gender, differences of ethnical considerations, they may tend to be biased and unfair. There are also issues of regulatory issues and ethical compliances. We've seen that most countries do not have a clear legal framework on handling these issues, and they uh, tend to really not put in place those legal considerations on how to handle issues of AI in healthcare. We also have issues of ethical compliances in relations to liability. Who's going to be held accountable in case there's there's negligence? Who's going to be held accountable in case an AI based healthcare or medical image is diagnosed, causes a wrongly diagnosis to a patient? Is it the AI system manufacturer? Is it the hospital? Or is it the radiologist who was on duty on that day? So issues of over reliance of AI, most of the medical expertise may decide to over rely on those AI, and they may lose their skill, which may their diagnostic skills. There are also issues put in place, issues that really are present in the current life is cost. Not everyone is going to really be able to afford that, and the availability, it is not going to be available to everyone, and such issues raises impact on equity in healthcare access. So we also have issues of data quality training, because all this AI relies on data that are put in place in it, and if those data are incomplete or inaccurate, they may tend to cause a wrong diagnosis. We have issues of transparency. uh, Transparencies in the block block box models, yeah, block box models. So those things are not really clear enough and transparent enough. We also have issues of data ownership. uh, this raises issues of also intellectual property of those data and many others. So these things really require a well-defined legal framework on how to handle them, so that we also have well, easy, and well accessible healthcare that is equal and equitable enough for everyone. That's the end of our discussion. Thank you. Goodbye. See you in the next one.